Good afternoon, guys. It's your favorite AU Comm majors, Brooklyn.
And Kaylee.
And today we're going to be doing our final review of Fourthling.
Again, there will be spoilers, major spoilers. We're just going to be spoiling the whole book, so...
If you haven't read the book, do not watch this video, especially if you haven't made it to the end yet.
Yeah. I literally, I saved a whole bunch of reviews of the book to my watch later, so I could watch them after the book.
After you read it?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Okay, so how did you feel? I know in the beginning you were kind of skeptical. You didn't think you were going to like it.
I still don't like it. I'm like, it's obviously not the worst piece of literature to ever be on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
I learned that Rebecca Yarros is actually like a mother of 6, and she's around my parents' age, and she has a degree in English. And so I'm like, I guess maybe essays are more her thing. I think she can improve. I will say that, not sponsored. I do think she can improve, but I think that there was a lot of issues with this book. Like, my main thing was, like, everything and everyone revolved around Violet, which is chill because she's the main character, but, like, there needs to be a solid reason or reasons. And I feel like it was just, like, people hated her because they hated her, people liked her because they liked her, like, and...
Yeah.
The spicy scenes were crazy.
Yeah,
okay. Probably not the craziest ones out there, but, like...
I don't think they're the craziest ones out there.
Definitely not. Not by far.
Definitely not.
They were pretty vanilla, but still...
But, oh.
Yeah.
It's kind of long, guys.
Yeah.
What's happening?
It took a whole chapter, you know?
Like, oh.
And there was one point where she was like, he smelled like mint and Zayden. And I'm like, okay, what does Zayden smell like?
Description, please.
You were kind of starting... Also, I don't have a problem with vulgar language necessarily. But, like, when you're writing it, like, the way it was written, it just sounded kind of like they just threw the F-bomb in just for the sake of having it there. Like, It didn't feel natural. And I think that was partly because I was listening to the audiobook, and I didn't really like the style of narration. No hate to the voice actor, but it wasn't my cup of tea.
I will say that's kind of my beef with the audiobooks. Like, again, no hate to the narrators out there, because I'm sure it's hard and they do a wonderful job, but I just cannot get into it. Like, it's something about hearing someone else's tone when they're reading. I'm just not a fan. I'd rather read it in my brain and, I can picture all the scenes and read it how I want it to be read versus like, and then he walked up the mountain and climbed on his dragon. Like, I'm not trying to hear it like that, Put some oomph in it, some character in it.
It throws me off. Also, at the end of the book, the last chapter is in Zayden's POV. I guess it's like an epilogue. It's not technically a last chapter. I was wondering for the longest time why a woman was mentioned in the voice narrators and a man was too, but I never heard the man.
Yeah.
In Zayden's POV, it's voiced by a man. And dude, the female narrator was like voice actor of the year compared to him. He just read everything in the same tone.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't like monotone per se. Well, it was monotone, but it wasn't like basic like dry. It was like in the same and I couldn't tell when something was dialogue and when something was inner monologue.
Yeah.
I was like,
Why?
Why?
Like, can we swap it up a little bit?
Also, Zayden's POV was all just Violet, Violet, Violet. I'm thinking about Violet. Violet, Violet,
Love
Violet.
Love Violet. Violet's this, Violet that. Okay, we get it. Violet's the main character. She has main character syndrome. Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. We understand. And you know what, though? I kind of like that.
You liked it?
I kind of like that.
What did you like about it?
Okay.
This is judgment free, by the way. I'm just curious.
I don't know. Okay. I love a good romance. We've covered that. I love a good enemies to lover. We covered that. In my head, because you're like, yeah, all he thinks about is Violet. That's how I want my man to be. Like, all I want you to think about is me 24/7. I don't want her to get hurt. What's she doing? Where's she at right now? What's she,
You know, that's valid. And that part is, I guess, not bad. Yeah. I guess it's just a matter of preference in that case.
I suppose also I just want to have main character syndrome. You know, can I be the main character, guys? Violet, swap out with me. Sub me in.
Honestly,
put me in, coach.
I think you would be a better Violet, low-key.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not fragile. I've never broken a bone in my entire life. Fun fact, never had a sprain. Me and Violet, I'm just built different.
Cast her in the TV series. Cast her in the TV series.
Listen, I heard Michael B. Jordan is going to be in it. Put me in, coach.
She wants to kiss Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, if you see this, I promise you, I've taken so many acting classes, I would eat.
She would eat. Look, listen to her voice acting. And just, well, it's not even acting and it's already good.
Exactly.
Think about it.
You guys hear how calm and soothing my voice is? Put me in. That's all I'm saying. If Michael B. Jordan stumbles across this, Rebecca, you know, all I'm going to say is, I didn't dog your writing style. Yeah. That was all Kaylee.
Yeah, that was all me. That was all me.
Kaylee.
That was all me. Put my girl Brooklyn on.
Put me in the show, guys. Put me in the show. No, but I'm actually so excited to watch it. I think it's going to be great if they can pull it off correctly. So,
I agree.
I'm waiting. We'll see.
Honestly, I feel like the TV series will be more entertaining because I feel like maybe part of the problem with the book, it was just like a lot of action stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a problem, but like, I think it's clear sometimes when authors are imagining the story happening visually, but their medium is written, so it's like
lost in translation a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I see what you were going for there, but I think you probably could have pulled it off a little bit better, like actually putting the words on paper.
I just hope if they do the dragons, they do like quality CGI ones, you know?
Yes.
And I hope they don't CGI the actors because it always looks so corny when they do that.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm not gonna lie, they gotta figure it out. Like, they gotta... Have you seen the behind the scenes photos and videos of, like, Avatar? And it's like... I know that's so random.
It's so goofy.
But it's like, they're not talking to anything, and they're, like, writing on wires. But in the movie, it looks good. So I'm like, first of all, how'd y'all pull that off without laughing? I'd be like, you have me over here talking to a bunch of wires and styrofoam.
No. And I also whenever I see stuff like that, I always think of like the behind the scenes of Sir Ian McKellen breaking down while filming like one of the Hobbit movies because he was literally just sitting there. Like, they just fully CGI'd the Hobbits instead of just having the actors sit on their knees and then editing it a little post-production.
Yeah.
And he was just sitting in a room with a green screen in the background, just talking to nothing. And he literally had, like, a mental breakdown. Because he was like, this isn't acting. I'm just sitting here talking to nothing. There's no other actors. And I was like, that's so sad.
Oh.
He would have a heart attack if he saw what people are doing today. Like, the Marvel movies?
Yeah. That is so interesting to me because I almost feel the opposite. I'm like, you're over here, they're giving you nothing and you're turning it into something. So I feel like that's so crazy.
That does take a lot of work.
That's a lot of skill to have.
When you think about it, that's kind of what voice actors do a lot of the time because they're not always in the room with each other. Like, a lot of the times they record the lines separate.
Yeah. Honestly, I would love to get into voice acting.
Me too.
Like, sign me up for that.
Maybe we should explore that little venture together, you know?
We should. I think we should.
Because we have podcasts on our resume, and that's like 90% listening, speaking.
That's what I'm like, dude, we're halfway there.
We're halfway there.
About it.
We just need to put the acting part into it.
Yeah. We can do it. We're comm majors. We can do anything.
If I can put on a face of makeup, I can put on any other face. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I felt that in my soul. You were so correct.
Did you notice any plot holes?
Okay, I'm thinking back to the plot. I'm thinking, I really genuinely don't know if I did notice any plot holes. I'm like, I can't lie though, whenever I read books, this is gonna sound so bad.
You're
like,
fine.
you and half of America is gonna be like, Brooklyn, you're doing a book podcast. What do you mean you don't remember the details? Bro, whenever I read books, I remember the main plot. Mm-hmm. I remember the stuff I read and think, wow, that's super interesting. Yeah. But some of the tiny details, after I read them and I process it, thrown into the void.
You know,
it's gone.
I don't blame you. I don't even know how my brain latches onto stuff, so I couldn't tell you how to. I think honestly, a lot of the times, most people, unless they write it down and talk about it right after, they forget about it. And that's why they say to, like, review your notes right after class and, like, write stuff down by hand or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't blame you for that at all.
That's genuinely how I feel about everything.
It was a long-ass book, too. I mean, long...
It was a long book.
It was a long book.
No, I definitely agree. Also, hang on. We're going to hop back for a sec. Mm-hmm. Talking about the TV show, this book seriously was super long. So I definitely feel like if they do a TV show, they should be able to get in the details. Yeah. Like, I don't think they have to do all that. Like, if it was a movie, I'd be like, there's no way they're fitting everything important into a movie. Yeah. But you're doing a TV show, so I feel like they really have the opportunity to get it right and get the details in there. Like a Hunger Games adaptation. Yeah. Did you read the Hunger Games books?
What's funny is that I read all of the second book, some of the first book, and I haven't read the third book, but I've watched all the movies.
Okay.
So in other words, I'm a fake fan.
You know what? It's okay, because that was me too. That was me too a year ago, because I love those movies. When they came out, I watched them every single year.
I cried after the third one.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, those are like my comfort movies. The Hunger Games and Twilight.
I still need to watch the Twilight movies, but my boyfriend refuses to watch them with me.
Kaylee, it's time to lock in. What do you mean? I love Twilight. Are they good movies? Not really.
But they're entertaining.
Exactly. And
especially when you make fun of them.
I love to be entertained, and I love making fun of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Hunger Games movies, I read them all, obsessed with them, watch them all, is what I meant to say, multiple times. But I was like, dang, I keep watching the movies and rewatching the movies. I really need to read the books and see what the books are on about. So I read them, and I'm reading them. And I'm like, dang, this is just like the movie. Like, of course they changed, like, some small stuff. But for the most part, I was like, this must be why nobody was angry when the Hunger Games movies keeps coming out. Because it's a good adaptation, yeah. So
definitely.
Hopefully they do the same. But yeah, sorry, back to the original topic you asked. Plot holes?
I didn't notice... I think when I was listening to some reviews, they pointed out some plot holes. I don't think there was necessarily plot holes, but I do think I think there was a lot of problem with characterization.
Yeah.
Like, Dane very much seemed like the type that would break the rules for Violet, and he kind of did in the beginning, but then because she had to come up with the reason why he wouldn't be, like, a good fit for her in the love triangle, she had to make him more... Also, a lot of the characters are kind of like, also sometimes she would bring up characters that, like, had not been talked about before and we were just supposed to care about them. And what else?
I feel like
they were never enemies because he never actually wanted to kill her.
That is true. That's such a good point. Like, it's
cool if they're just, become lovers, but don't market it as enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Like, star-crossed lovers, I can kind of get that because they're kind of like, no one thinks they should be together, except a lot of people are kind of encouraging her, but, like, the government probably and her mom doesn't think they should be together.
Like a little Romeo-Juliet type situation, but they don't die at the end.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully. I mean, we don't know. They didn't end this book.
I heard something about the last book, but I don't know if that was just people speculating.
Oh.
They're all already out, so I don't know. I'm not going to read any of the other ones. I'm sorry.
You're like, no, I've had enough. I think I will, actually.
You should keep me updated on it then, because I am nosy. I do want to know what happens. I just don't know if I can put myself through another 16-hour audiobook. I can't even remember.
Yeah, that's totally valid. Dude, no, back to what you said about Dane. I agree. Character assassination. Because it started off so strong, and he was like, Violet's my best friend. I just want to keep her safe. I'll do anything for her, including breaking the rules and sneaking her to another quadrant.
Literally.
And then all of a sudden, you're not willing to break any rules, not even bend them just a little bit.
And all of a sudden, he was all entangled up in Miss Mavis or whatever her name was. Can we talk about how some characters were randomly, like, bullies and annoying for no reason?
Yeah.
Like, Jack Barlow had no motivation other than he's evil. Like, he's just evil.
That was it. That's literally it.
And then she was crying about killing him. I'm like,
girl, he was gonna kill you.
Yeah.
With no remorse. And that's my thing. Like, she's like, I mean, all right, normal people would feel remorseful for that. But my thing is, like, it was kill or be killed. Because, I mean, he would have killed you and then went home and got in bed and rubbed his feet together. Like, he would not have cared. Like, he would not have lost a single second of sleep over that.
Yeah,
but at least she's a good person, I suppose.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't have to be a complete pushover to be a good person. And then she also fought back against other things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I think she just wanted to have her moment where she's like, oh no, I feel... And that was what happened that caused them to, like, like, get into it. Because she was like, I've had a bad day, let's, caboodle or whatever they call Canoodle, yeah.
Caboodle, canoodle.
They literally canoodled after she was having a panic attack over killing someone.
Is crazy. But you know what? Whatever works as a distraction. You could definitely hear that. I could hear it hit the floor.
It is interesting because someone pointed out that, like, obviously this is an opinion of that person, but they're like, the book didn't have much substance and it took a while for the plot to get to plotting. And so one would think that maybe the book was one of those ones that's more just about the smut, but that didn't come into, like, way later in the book either, so it's like...
What was the book really about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say, I like books that I don't really like a slow burn. I don't like slow burns. But
I like slow burns.
We're such opposites, dude. Like,
we are.
No, I don't really like a slow burn, but I do really like a book that lays out the backstory really nicely.
I think that's chill.
But I agree, it did drag on for a bit.
I do wish, since they were dragging on, that they had shown them actually doing stuff in class and built some friendships and relationships a little more.
Yeah, a little bit more world building. Speaking of friendships and relationships, because you were like, some characters just pop up randomly and you're supposed to care about them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the beginning of the book, did we already meet Liam? Like, where did Liam come from?
Liam came in, like, the middle when Xaden was like, hey, he's assigned as your bodyguard now.
Yeah, but I'm just like, all right, this kid comes, he's gonna protect you, allegedly. I don't feel like he was he kind of did make it to the end of the book, but I don't feel like he was an important enough character for me to care about him dying.
Yeah, like, he almost died once, and because I had accidentally seen spoilers about him dying.
Yeah.
And so the first time he almost died, I thought he was gonna die, but he didn't die then. He died later, and I was like...
I don't care.
I'm
sorry.
I didn't care either way. I didn't care the first time he almost died. I didn't care when he actually died.
Yeah.
I'm like, why delay it?
I will say the only thing that kind of, like, tugged my heartstrings a little bit is him being like, look out for my little sister when she comes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
That is sad.
Other than that, like, who is this guy? Like,
that poor girl's gonna come into the school and just be immediately wrapped up in this crazy Satan Violet situation.
If she makes it, like...
Yeah, she's probably gonna be tragically thrown off the parapet or something.
Cooked. Instantly cooked.
Instantly. I went back to our last video to see where we left off.
I'm glad you did that, because I don't...
And at the end, when we were talking about our predictions,
Mm-hmm.
I hit the head on the nail, okay? Because I predicted that they would be called to battle,
Mm-hmm.
someone important died, and it ended on a cliffhanger. All of those things happened. Also, can we talk about how it makes no sense that Brendan is alive? Because maybe it's explained in the later books, I'm sure it is. But, like, someone died to bring him back to life. So did that person also not die?
Okay, that is what I was about to say. Okay, the cliffhanger. Glad you brought that up.
Yes.
What the F?
Yeah, what the
Logically speaking, but also I feel
Because
like
they
in my
burn
soul,
corpses when they die, so how would they not realize that he's actually alive?
and I'm like, maybe it was a huge cover-up? Conspiracy?
I mean,
Like,
I
maybe
could
it
see
was
her
a
mom
huge
covering things
cover-up.
up.
Or maybe they mistook him for somebody else. But I'm just like, all right, part of me feels like I should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have expected that or predicted it somehow. But I did not see that one coming, dude.
Me neither. And apparently there was foreshadowing, because when I was watching the review, she was like, oh, look how obvious this foreshadowing is. Like, yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
I didn't really think about it because, like, there wasn't a reason for me to.
Yeah.
But I guess hindsight's 2020.
That's why I'm like, low-key, I probably should have expected it. But at the same time,
Why
didn't.
would her brother randomly be alive when she's just talking about how he's dead the whole time?
Exactly. And mourning him. And, like, obviously they're talking about all these customs they have. So I'm thinking, you know, he's got to be dead. But I just feel like very surprised he was alive. And to go back to what you said, like, somebody died to bring him back to life. So I'm like,
What happened to that person? They died in vain, or are they actually not dead?
or I'm just like, so it worked? Because they made it, like, when they were explaining it, they made it seem like, you know, that guy died for nothing because nobody can bring anybody back to life.
Yeah.
But was he actually successful? Like, did Brendan originally die and that dude brought him back? And then it was just a cover-up of him pretending it didn't work and that he was actually dead?
Because didn't that guy ride, oh my gosh, what is Violet's dragon's name?
Terran.
Terran.
Yeah.
Wasn't that guy the old rider of Terran? The guy that
Perchance.
died trying to bring back Brendan? I don't remember who. There was something about someone's
Perchance,
dragon.
because Terran's OG rider did die.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Actually, I might be, maybe Sigil? I just remember there was something important about the dragon.
Well, now I'm like, I need to look
don't
it
know.
up because I don't remember.
I can't remember either. I might be mixing up the two things.
I'm not going to lie,
honestly.
that story was so far ahead in the book. I'm like,
It was. And can we talk about... I have no idea where the dragons stand on anything happening. Like, they're just chill. If someone's betraying the country, they're chill. If someone's betraying the country, they're not chill sometimes also. I don't really know where they stand on how they... I think they don't... My take, I think, is what it is they don't care about Navarre or people. They just want to protect the Veil. But also, they're sentient and very powerful, so why not just protect the Veil themselves and enslave the humans? Or just leave the humans out of it altogether.
because then there'd be no book.
Oh, yeah, you're
come on,
right.
There'd
Yeah.
be no book. I agree, though. Like, you never know where they stand because I truly think they just don't care.
Yeah,
I think they're like,
they don't care.
they just don't.
I
They're
think
just
they
kinda
care about
there.
personal relationships, I guess,
Yeah.
which is something. It's also not clear what their rules are, because they're like, you need to because Terran's like, or Terran?
I've just been saying Heron.
Yeah, Terran's like, you need to listen, everyone listens to me, and like all the dragons listen, but like this random like child dragon doesn't listen to. Also, it still makes no sense why she'd be randomly bonded to two dragons, why someone just let a baby out there. Like,
Thank you.
where's her mama at?
Like, well, her parents are dead. So
Oh
there's
yeah, I
that.
forgot.
Orphans. Oh.
I
My
know
bad.
I did that.
Right. Oops. No, but seriously, finding out like she's a baby. She was only like 2 years old and a feather tail, and that really was my reaction. Like, where your mama? Like,
Yeah.
you're not even supposed to be bonded. What are you doing? Like, but finding out her power, like to be able to stop time, even though it's a short, but it's like, oh, that was kind of cool in my opinion.
The lightning power is kind of lame, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just like,
Azula did it better.
Like, okay.
Okay. But she can stop time, though.
I know, right?
So I guess feathertails are like the baby dragon, like their tails haven't formed into like the solid ones yet, and that's why she doesn't have claws and can't really breathe fire yet either.
Oh yeah, like whole time, because they talked about like feathertails in the beginning and how they're like never seen. Yeah. And so I was thinking like it's just some really rare form of dragon. Yeah. Like there hasn't been one seen in hundreds and hundreds of years, like because they're rare.
But she set that up on purpose, kind of. But it was.
So I'm like, so they're just babies? That's what a feathertail is?
It says they abhor violence. So at what point do they become okay with violence? Because all of the adults are fine with like incinerating people for no other reason. Also, they're so capricious. The dragons, they just switch back and forth, like or Gemini or whatever the twins are that are like two-faced. I don't know.
Yeah, Gemini. Shout out to the Geminis out there because, but yeah, no. Oh, also towards the end of the book, Violet of course gets injured. And you remember she's, like, in and out of consciousness or whatever? Yeah. And then she's out for, like, 3 days. But when she wakes up, the feathertail is mature. Like, yeah. I'm like... In 3 days? I was confused.
I was confused because I thought they were talking about, like, months had passed and she was asleep for that long. And I was like... But then it was like, oh, only a few days. I'm like, what is going on here?
I'm like, how did that happen in a few days? Like, me too. I was like, oh, she's gonna be out for months and time has gone by.
Because when they said they were building the city, I thought that they meant they were rebuilding the city while she was asleep. Yeah. For like months. But no, I was confused.
I was confused too. I was like,
And her getting mad at Satan and impatient with him just because he didn't tell her everything. I'm like, his life was on the line. Yeah. And you literally screwed up already and got your mind read by Dane about something even less important than that, but that still got you guys in trouble. So what do you think would have happened if he had told you everything and your dumb self had gotten touched by Dane and he would have found out all that stuff?
Exactly. No, I definitely agree. Girl, you're friends with a mind reader and you want this man to give you the state's secrets? Like, you want him to give you top secret confidential information
that he could be put on death row for, or like, he would be killed for rebelling.
Exactly. Like, so I'm sorry, Shawty. Now,
like, you care about his scars, but you don't care whether or not his head is chopped off.
Like, I just feel like
I don't know.
I don't think she was thinking that one through, because I genuinely feel like she has such a me type of mentality. But like, girl, nobody wants to die for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, you're just some girl. Also,
you're just some girl.
I'm like, everyone just likes her or dislikes her for plot reasons. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and someone pointed out too that like they don't actually have a lot of chemistry. Like they're attracted to each other, but like they don't have an established bond and interesting things about their personalities that brought them together, I feel like.
And I'm gonna say this. You know, normally I love playing devil's advocate. I really do. But in this case, I really feel like they're just together because their dragons are bonded. Yeah. That's it.
Which is cool because that makes things more convenient for them. But like, yeah, it's not interesting.
Guys, now don't get me wrong. I still love them. I'm team Vaden or
Vaden.
I don't know what their ship name
Xylet?
Xylet kind of
okay,
eats.
That kind of eats. I'm going to name my kid Xylet now.
I don't know if I'd go that far. But yeah, no. I'm still team them, but I'm just saying it's a relationship of convenience. We got to call it what it is. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's my favorite type of relationship.
I mean, I think that's cool. If they had just added a little more like conflict and juiciness. Yeah. Would have been from like 2 stars to 3 stars. I'm just saying.
But I mean, there are multiple other books, so I guess you can't get everything all in one go. Yeah.
That's always difficult with series and stuff, too.
I know. And honestly, this is going to sound so crazy. People are going to be like, you're not a real book reader. You don't know me. Like, I do enjoy a good series every now and again, but I really like standalone books.
Yeah.
Like, give me everything in one book. I don't want to have to read 10 to get the plot. Now, if it's something really good, like The Hunger Games, I'm cool with that, you know?
And the thing about those books, too, is that they do wrap up a whole story in one book. It's just that there's more to it if you're so inclined.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry. Give me a standalone any day, because I really do hate when it drones on and on and on. But also, I typically do like standalone books, but they're set within the same universe.
Yeah.
And then maybe you get a glimpse of the past story and the new story. I like that.
See, that's cool.
But like all this, every single book ends on a cliffhanger. Pass me my coat. I'm leaving.
Brendan's like, welcome to the rebellion. Yeah, that's just, I'm not even gonna unpack that, but.
I'm not even gonna unpack that. That's so funny and that's so real. Give me one moment. But yeah. So overall, what would you rate the book? If you had to like rate the entire book as a whole, what are you going with?
2 for the content and the writing, 2.5 because it did entertain me.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're harsh. You're strict. Her program real strict. I was gonna say I'd give it a solid. All right, let me think about it in case they want to hire me for a role for the TV show. Just kidding, guys. I can't be bought.
She's not kidding. Put her on.
Yeah, put me on the show for real. But my opinion can't be bought. I can't be swayed. I'm gonna give it. I actually did really like it, and I liked Taryn. I liked his sarcasm. I felt seen. I'm gonna give it a solid. I want to say 3.5, but I feel like that's really mean, so I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a solid 4. It was a pretty good book. I'm gonna read the next one when the TV show comes out. I'm gonna watch it. Michael B. Jordan. My phone number is 47. I was just saying, if y'all want to cast a girl,
cast her.
Yeah, but I actually am excited to see what they do with the TV show. I think it's gonna be good.
I'll give it a shot. I'm open-minded.
You know what? I love that about you. Speaking of open-minded, I don't know. Do you have any ideas for like the next book?
So I was thinking, because you do like a good thriller, we should do something in that realm. Because, you know, we've been doing fantasy, and I want to give you a chance to do your thing. Yeah, and romantasy.
Yes. Yes.
We could, any type of thriller, if you have any suggestions. Dr. Bola suggested, like, looking through lists, and I was like, okay, yeah, we could try and, like, look at some lists and see what's out there, like, what's popular. And then I was thinking, we can get, if you're listening, follow us on Instagram. What's our Instagram handle?
Yes.
It's like Page to Page Podcast.
Yeah.
Something like that. You should be able to find us.
Hang on. No, let's look, because what a great question. I think it's just Page to Page. Oh, okay. It's not. It's official P2P Podcast.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, follow us at official P2P Podcast, and we will post a poll.
Yeah.
With like 4 or 5 potential books, maybe. We'll see what people choose. But we need more followers so that it's not just 2 people voting.
Yeah, guys. Follow us on Instagram. We'll post a poll. You guys can vote and help us figure out what we're going to read next. Because I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm out of ideas.
I'm feeling mystery, thriller. Okay. A little bit of horror, maybe. Well, how do you feel about horror? Not really?
I'm cool with horror. Honestly, as long as it's not, like...
super gory.
Yeah. Also, I'm cool with dark romance as long as it's not something crazy. Like, I'm not really into the crimes dark romance. Like as in them committing crimes against each other. If they are together and commit crimes together, like, that's cool.
Bonnie and Clyde type of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark romance, I'm cool with it. You know what? It can't be too dark, though. I don't like a pitch black. Maybe a medium gray.
I like maybe like a latte with a little bit of creamer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's so funny. That's so real. Okay, so yeah, guys, follow us, official P2P Podcast on Instagram. Vote in our poll. Help us figure out what book we're going to read next.
And suggest anything in the comments. Comment whatever you think in the comments. I think if you cuss or anything in the comments, we might have to take down the comments because it's associated with the Augusta University, but I'm not sure. I mean, free speech.
Free speech, but don't
keep it tame.
Yeah. Yeah, but whatever books, we're very open.
Yeah, I think that's all about Fourth Wing. I think we wrapped it up pretty succinctly.
Yeah.
I like that there was a difference of opinion, so there's a little bit of like back and forth, a little bit of larger perspective instead of just one perspective.
I know. I really thought you were going to change your mind. I thought you were going to read it and you're going to be like, you know what? That wasn't bad. Like, I kind of liked it.
I do miss having a goofy little thing to like listen to in the car.
Oh.
Dude, there was one time I was listening to it while coloring, and I literally have notes, like, in my phone. I don't think they're any different than what I said. Oh, there is one funny thing. My boyfriend said that some of the plot kind of sounded like it was ripped off from Attack on Titan. But when he described it further, I was like, okay, I was with you at first, but the more you describe the plot, it doesn't sound the same at all. Yeah.
I'm wondering where he was going with that, because now I'm like, what part of the plot did he...
When he first said it, it made sense, but I don't even remember what it was.
And then he started talking more, and you were like, no, you lost me.
You lost me.
That's so real. Like,
maybe the rebellion aspects of it, like keeping rebels in the ranks, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's all for Fourth Wing, and we look forward to talking about another book next time.
Yeah. See you guys next time.
Disclaimer. Oh, sorry, that's loud. Disclaimer. All opinions shared by the hosts in this episode are solely their own and do not reflect Augusta University's opinions. Thank you.
Love you, AU. Bye, guys.